Well, today is the day we remove these suckers. As you saw in the last video, I expressed how much I hated these. To replace them, we are doing some all-metal, full-length running boards. I don't plan on doing any like rock crawling or anything like that. Never really done anything like that, nor do I plan on doing anything crazy like that. So these, while I know running boards tend to get ripped off in certain situations, I'm gonna try to avoid putting myself in some of those precarious situations. But either way, if something does happen, it is what it is. But I wanted a full step rather than these small steps. So I've never done this before. These actually didn't come with any instructions, so going to have to find some stuff online from Toyota Direct, unfortunately, to try to figure out how to do that. I did find one website that has some instructions from Toyota Direct on how to do this, so hopefully it isn't anything too bad, but let's find out. Just crawling under here to see what it looks like. And Toyota has pre-drilled holes already, which is great. It just means I don't have to go through and re-drill anything, which is awesome. But it looks like we've got 2 bolts on each kind of arm or bracket here that connects it to the truck. This one only has 1, it looks like. But it's interesting to see where they did spray and then didn't spray. I wonder why that is, but either way. All right, we got these finally unpackaged. Let's take a little look. Like I said, this didn't come with any instructions, so kind of doing this as we go. So one thing, I was just looking at these, trying to figure out, make sure I got the right one going to the right side. And one thing to keep in mind is the spacing on these 2 bolts. So this spacing is for the front of the cab. So this will be the driver's side front, that will be the passenger side front. The front and the back have this kind of different bracket opening, but the spacing between the 2 bolts does not line up. Pretty sure online they said that these were 12mm bolts. Let's find out. No, they are. It looks like there is some blue, maybe blue Loctite or something in there in the threads. I don't know if that is picking up at all in camera, but you can kind of faintly see it in person. So I'll probably put some blue Loctite back on these, because the last thing I want is the new ones falling off. Okay, got everything reconnected and back in here. So with these, just put the bolts in finger tight about halfway, and then with the notches you can slide the running board kind of up and over it just to hold it in place, while you can line up all the other holes and put the bolts in. Same thing over here on this side. It's got the same notch configuration type thing. Put the bolt in about halfway by hand, slide it in, hold it in place, and then you can line up all the other bolt holes. And I gotta go grab some blue Loctite, so a little bit of blue Loctite. Just gonna put it in by hand for now. It's kind of an awkward angle, so it's definitely just something you gotta go slow and take your time with. Again, just doing them kind of by hand. yeah, just repeat this step on all four, and then we're going to go start disassembling the passenger side. So, okay, running board is on. All right, so install went pretty smooth for the most part. It did take me a little while to find a torque spec on it. From what I could find online, it was 34 newton meters. So I don't know what that equates to in foot-pounds, but I think it's around 90 foot-pounds, but I could be wrong. Anyways, 34 newton meters is what I found online, but I like them a lot. Makes it a lot easier climbing in and out. Got a whole big landing step. So I didn't record this. I did install a Retrax tonneau cover. This is their poly version, so it's not a metal top. It's kind of a plastic polymer top instead. But really excited because the rack that I'm gonna get is gonna fit in these, and that still allows me to slide this and still use my tonneau cover. It was a super easy install. It took maybe an hour, but really easy to slide, and you can lock it at any position. So you close that down, doesn't go anywhere. You can kind of lock it at whatever position you want. But anyways, super easy install. I like it a lot. Compared to my last tonneau cover I had like a tri-fold backflip tonneau cover, and the brackets for my bed rack went in between the bed rail and the tonneau cover rather than sitting on top, and it was fine, but you couldn't flip this up. So basically you were really restricted on what you could pack in here. So this still allows things to be locked and out of the weather if needed, but if I'm needing to pack more stuff, I can easily open this up, throw in whatever I want. But I am getting a bed rack. I do have the rooftop tent already, but I'm not going to show it until I get the rack and everything. Did decide to name this truck Wally after getting it from Walla Walla, Washington, and it's kind of the same color as Wally. Thought Wally was a good name. So anyways, really like this tonneau cover so far. It's been great for just the day-to-day stuff that I've been using it for, but I'm excited to see how it works with the bed rack and tent on top.